Carpentry and antiques are my passions. Through the years, I have amassed various collections as well as useful woodworking skills. I have learned that just by keeping your eyes open while earning a living, you can learn a lot. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently and deviate from what's conventional. Join me on a journey of education and entertainment through projects and adventures. My name is Tischler, and welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to try and restore this old post drill that I found out at the farm. So I'll load it up and take it home and see what I can do with it. This is too heavy, so I should be able to get it in there no problem, but it's all seized up pretty much, so I'll have to see if I can even do this. Now already I can tell this thing is probably over 100 years old because of these square head bolts. And this looks like a true dimensional 2x6, a full 2 inches thick, so this thing's pretty old. It looks like it was welded at one point. It must have broke. And basically how this works is you turn this handle, which spins your drill bit, and then this little cam thing here, it's seized right now, it's just riveted, but you flip that down and there's some mechanism in here that when this makes a full rotation, I think it's this right here, cycles through and pushes this, and this advances one at a time to spin this, and that's what drives the bit down. So I got that loaded up, so I'll take that home and see what I can do with it. So I'm just working on getting this thing disassembled. These square head bolts make it really easy. They don't strip as bad, and I don't know why they quit using square head bolts. Quite a bit better in my opinion. But I'll just take this flywheel off. It's not even rusty under there, still greased. Now that I can get at some of these components, I think it doesn't look as bad as I thought. So I managed to get the majority of the pieces disassembled. Where's this piece here? This bolt is completely rounded off, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that. I mean, there's not really much point in taking that off, just paint around it, I guess. And it looks like somebody must have blacksmithed a new corner for this, because you can see this is the original and then this one's a bit different. Welded it on there. But yeah, next I'll probably start wire brushing these, getting the rust off, and getting them ready for paint. Okay, so right now I have everything disassembled and I'm just working on sandblasting it. So I'll show you how I do that. This is probably the rustiest piece, so I saved it for the video. You can see how the sandblasting just knocks the majority of the rust off. I don't need to get it perfectly shiny, but I just want some of the loose rust to come off. So this is the aftermath of my primitive sandblasting technique there. So I wouldn't really recommend my style of just using sifted gravel from the back alley, but I guess it worked. So now that I've got everything sandblasted, just working on the main casting here. So I filled a pail with gas, and I'm using that as a degreaser to clean all the dust and any leftover grease that's still left on the metal. Clean that off, and then I should be ready to apply paint. So now I'm gonna start spraying out the pieces, and I'll start with the Flywheel here. I think I'm just gonna paint it all black. Originally I wanted to do just this inside black and then leave this raised edge as like a polished metal, but I tried with the wire brush on the angle grinder and it does not. That's like the most it'll polish, so I don't think that's really going to be a possibility. Unless I can find some like high gloss chrome spray paint, I think I'll just paint it black for now. Now I'm working on highlighting the lettering in white paint. So I just take a really tiny brush and just kind of carefully paint the top of the embossed lettering. Now I don't want to get too much paint or it'll kind of run down. Oh yeah, see, it's running down, so I'll have to clean that up a little bit. So it'll take a little bit of practice to learn how much paint to use. So I got the lettering, well, the first coat of the paint. I think I'll do a bit more. There's some kind of bad areas, do some touch-ups, but I'm just kind of dry fitting everything to make sure it'll all fit. I put some grease in there and it looks like it works all pretty smooth, so that's good. So I'm getting ready here to assemble it finally. I've done all the final paint touch-ups, and it's just going to be a little bit of a challenge remembering how this all goes back together, but I guess we'll see how I do. This all assembled, I'm gonna go and mount it on this column in the basement, I think, and then it'll be usable with the rest of the workbench. So now that I've got this all mounted here with a bit in the chuck, now that it's working, I'll just kind of go over how it works and how it's really similar to a modern day drill press. So basically you turn this by hand and it turns that back gear, which turns the flywheel, which gives you momentum, so you're able to power through metal. And then this gear is what spins your bit. And then this little cam part here flips this in and out. It's got a spring to return it to the neutral position. And you flip that down and that engages this gear here. And when you turn this, that moves back and forth and advances the bit downwards. So I'll just do a little demonstration of drilling through some metal here. So this is obviously going to take a lot longer and a little more effort than a modern drill press, but let's see how it goes here. And there, we're through. So I flip this little thing up here and spin this wheel by hand to bring the bit back. Oh, I guess we're not quite through yet.
Hello?
Well, I guess that was all the way through. There was just a little bit of residue. But there, now that took a lot of effort. Obviously it would be easier with a modern drill press, but I don't have one, so this will be kind of a nice tool to have and use.